Hello and thank you for watching. This is SDSC back again with LEGO Transformers Movie Optimus Prime Update. I mentioned in my recent minifig scale Optimus video that I'm still very happy with my miniature version of the character. However, while filming that video and playing around with the model again, I realized there were some things I wanted to improve. Specifically, the legs were super fragile and incredibly frustrating to transform, so I decided to give Optimus some new legs. And to make the update a little more exciting, I also swapped all of his blue for dark blue. The only visible build change in this mode is his toolboxes, which are now made using slopes. But I find the simple change of shade for the blue makes this mode feel very different. I don't have his trailer or flight tech built anymore, and I didn't bother revamping them as he's meant to fit more with my '07 builds. But if enough people want to see me do those again, I could always do them in a separate video. That's all there is to say about Optimus in truck mode, but before we transform him, we have to take a look at Bumblebee. Yeah, the video title is a lie. This video is a Bumblebee Optimus double feature. He is the Autobot who's received the least substantial changes since his last version, so I figured I'd just include him as a little bonus in this video. Originally I wanted to change his color from standard yellow to Keat Orange, as I feel that's a much more accurate shade for '07B, but unfortunately some of the pieces I've used just don't come in that color. Without the color change, his Camaro mode hasn't changed all that much. The kibble in the back is a little bit different as he has new feet in robot mode, but beyond that, it's really the same car. Anyways, now that we've covered both Optimus and Bee in their alt modes, it's time to transform. we have Prime in Robot mode. He's taller than my last version, and of course has the more accurate darker blue. While his truck mode didn't change very much, the legs transformed to look pretty much completely different. There's no more ugly anti-studs facing forward, and the shaping of the leg is much more defined. He actually has the gray detailing on the front formed from his toolboxes, and the fenders sit in a more accurate orientation. His kneecaps are also now larger and articulated. One thing I couldn't fix is that he still doesn't have his toes. The foot has changed to be more solid, but it's still an undefined gray block. Other than that, it's all the same details as last time, just with some small changes in color distribution. For example, his biceps no longer have any gray on them, so they blend in better in truck mode. Moving on to Bumblebee, he has two major changes in this mode. Firstly, his lower legs are entirely new, adding in some additional ankle articulation and giving him a slightly more accurate ankle. Secondly, his arms have also gotten an articulation boost, as he now has elbows. I felt that his arms looked a little too simplistic and blocky when compared to my other builds, so I gave him an elbow joint to try and define their shape a little more. To make room for the elbow joints, the backpack also had to be updated a little. This 1x3 tile used to be a 1x1. It's a subtle change, but it does affect how his back kibble has to be positioned. I've built 3 accessories for Optimus. First, his gun, which is nearly the same as last time. I've just swapped the Barackii for a candle. And the other 2 are his swords. The blades themselves are built the same, however they have some red panels added to their ends as they now replace the tiles on Prime's arms rather than swapping with his hands. B also reuses his old accessory with a minor modification. I've added an orange stud to the end. When I first built these models, I was incredibly proud of them. They were 2 designs I'd been trying to figure out for years, and it was great to finally make them work. But there's always room for improvement, and I think I was able to make some relatively small changes that greatly improve the overall models. Prime's old legs always felt a bit abstract and unfinished to me. Now that they've been replaced, the whole model feels so much more dynamic and accurate. He's also a little bit taller, meaning he scales better with the other Autobots. Bumblebee is definitely a less significant improvement, and I still wish I had been able to make him Keat Orange. But the small updates to his limbs do help to bring him closer in line with the other Autobots stylistically. Both models have been improved and are now closer than ever to their on-screen appearance. Altogether, these new and improved Autobots look amazing together. But there's still one bot missing, so I'll see you next time.